Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our March 27, 2025 weekly energy reading. And I just want to get started by saying, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe as it really helps the channel. And thank you so much for stopping by. I truly, truly appreciate it. Hello to all my new subscribers, all my current subscribers, all my subscribers who have been here. I'm in my 4th year, so it's been a while. I'm smiling because using the Akashic Tarot. I love this deck. Sharon Klingler and Sandra Taylor. That's what we're going to pull our main cards from. I am then going to get a clarifying card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle Cards. This is from Michelle Motuzas. That is totally wrong. Motuzas, perhaps. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name. And then we're going to do the 3-card pick with the Power of Surrender cards from Judith Orloff, MD. So without further ado, let me get shuffling here on these cards. And this is for, of course, our weekly energy reading for March 27th, 2025. I mean, I hate to say this because it sounds, okay, I'll just use the word. It sounds weird. I love these cards. And it's like, I don't know, this Akashic Tarot, love them. And love reading with them. And, you know, they just will call my name. I'll look at my cards and say, what do I have to, what cards am I going to use? And this one almost always comes out for Thursdays. Beautiful, insightful messages. I just love being in the energy of these cards. So I thank Sharon Klingler and Sandra Taylor for making such a beautiful deck. So I'm shuffling. This is for March 27th, the week of March 27th, 2025. I'm getting ready to pull some cards here. Let's see what we have. Okay, I love that. And now let me pull a Shamanic Healing card. This is our clarifying card. So we'll get right into this. Okay. The first card I get is the card actually on the box, which is the Queen of Scrolls. That's a is it 19? No numbers at all on this. The Queen of Scrolls. Then I got 11, the Ark of the Covenant. And then 19, which is 10, and that says reflection. And for the Shamanic Healing card, I got number 4, which is past, present, and future. So let's get right into this. We've got the Queen of Scrolls. Let's see, as soon as I find it. It's when I can't really do any, because I pull the cards live, I can't always, have everything open where I would like it to be. So I apologize for the wait. But here we go, the Queen of Scrolls. A beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a starlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and Akashic truth. When this card appears, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author, a marketer, or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communications or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning, whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered. Open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. Just beautiful. Just a beautiful, really too, just making me think. I'll share it as soon as we read through all these cards, but making me think of it's kind of a dream I had, a meditation I had. Then we go into 11, the Ark of the Covenant. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of them, tents just beyond the open front flaps. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. 2 men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or a title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract. Isn't that beautiful? Facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contributions to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant, it supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose, to uphold the sacred covenant you have to touch the world with your light. Okay, wonderful. Those are 2 very different messages, but very similar messages, aren't they? We are here to start to go and move forward and, do into our karmic destiny, which is just beautiful. Moving forward in the light with our Akashic records, opening up those records, getting the information we need, and moving forward. And then, of course, we have reflection. A full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake's surface along with the moonlight from above. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. Before I even move on and keep reading, this is very strong to me to say that if you have tuned into this message, please know that your psychic gifts, like all these messages, especially for this week, you really are getting tuned in and moving up to a level. I'm hearing you're really moving into a higher level of your psychic gifts, your intuition and that. You're also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. You recognize the differences between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear-based. Let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological and spiritual arts if you have such an interest. Your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you will be guided to greatness. Looking at this, the Queen of Scrolls, right? This beautiful, you might be publishing, getting your ideas out there, even if it's something like on YouTube. You're not necessarily publishing a book, but you're getting your ideas out there, your creative ideas, what's in your heart. And then this Ark of the Covenant, this represents this beautiful higher level of spirituality, of love, of life, of again, holding the messages, right? The Ark of the Covenant, holding the messages in these scrolls, and then the reflection to move forward. I just love, this message of moving forward this week with your message in a concrete way. If you are ready, if you feel it's time, if sometimes I want to, you kind of have to push forward, but then you have to go with the flow too. So I understand that sometimes the stars need to be aligned. But what a beautiful message this week to say that, yes, things are aligning. Even if it's not time to do a certain part of your project, do a different part. Write the ideas down for the next chapters of your book. Write that screenplay. Write the next scene of your screenplay. Just moving forward. And then of course we have under the Shamanic Oracle, past, present, and future. Let's see what we get with that. And that's a number 4. 4s represent like foundation, like the 4 legs of a table, being very steady, strong foundation. So I love, this is it. Okay. We all arrive on this earth with a plan. We all have lessons to learn. In the process of learning these lessons, most of us will encounter experience that we will label as bad. This labeling and duality we carry with us wherever we go is what we call our so-called baggage. When we let these labels direct our reactions to life and experiences in the present, or even project them into the future, we are working with a lower energy vibration. When you are able to integrate your lessons without labels, then you're free to remain in the present experience and enjoy it for what it truly is. You can then move forward into the future without expectations or agendas and be more open to what will be for our highest and best. Let go of labels and judgments surrounding this situation. You know, this is really, and this says past, present, and future, and this is integrating our past, present, and future in the book, which to me is, really integrating, like, who were we in the past, who are we now, and then how are our future selves going to be. Getting rid of the labels. I love this. I'm going to go back to acting on our highest excitement. And I've changed that word for myself, that excitement word, to acting on what I think would be fun, right? What's fun to do? What do I want to do that's fun today? I have third dimensional being. I absolutely have the things I have to do every day. No big deal. Got to go to work, get gas in the car, blah, 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 whatever. The plumber, I got to call him, get him in here to repair my sink, whatever. What do I want to do for fun? What do I want to do to have a little fun today? Every single day, every single moment, I ask myself that. Even if I can't exactly do the fun part right now, I want to think about having some fun. Then I want to make sure that I have no insistence on the outcome, just fun. That's it. It doesn't, maybe fun is writing, something to put on YouTube or doing something like that. Doesn't matter. I have no insistence on the outcome. I do it in a positive spirit, right? I move forward positive no matter what happens. And then changing my belief systems if I need to as I move forward. If my belief system doesn't work, then I know if it doesn't make sense to me, it's time to let it go. Also, as I'm having this fun that I'm looking forward to, if I have anxiety or I start to get fearful, why is that? Why am I fearful about this? Why am I getting anxiety or thoughts that things might not work? Hey, work through it, right? It's maybe in my belief system, and it's obviously things that I need to look at. But again, moving forward in beautiful energy as best I can, having fun, and having no insistence on the outcome. Just having fun, just doing things that excite me for their own sake. And if nothing else, maybe somebody notices me and says, wow, she's really having a lot of fun. I want to be like her. But you know what? It's okay if nobody does notice me, just so you know that. It's not a problem if they don't. It's fine. So anyway, so there you go. That's our reading for this week. Really going in and delving deeper to get to these higher levels with what we already know in our hearts and our souls and what's already in our in our Akashic DNA, which reminds me of my story I was going to tell. One night, I've studied the Akashic records, not a lot, but a little bit. And I was falling to sleep, and I said, you know what? I know for me that the Akashic records is not a library. I know that often people explain it like that, but it really isn't. It's just all the data that we can tap into from all of us, all of our energetic data. But I said, I'm going to pretend like, that I'm in a library tonight, the Akashic Records library. And as I started to drift off to sleep, I saw Thoth walk up to me, and that's an Egyptian Thoth. And he actually said to me, he said, there is no library. There's no Akashic library. And I said, I know, but I'm just enjoying. I had a vision of being like in an ancient library, the smells of like the old books. And I was sitting there just kind of taking it in. And he said, every single thing all the information is all in you. It's all encoded on every one of our DNAs. Every single person has it. And I just thought that was really cool. And it was really cool that the next day I was listening to a radio show from someone, a podcast. I guess I'm, old-fashioned with a radio show, but a podcast. And they were talking about everything is encoded on our DNA, which I, of course, like all of us, I love those synchronicities. It just helps it. Yes, we all have it. We all have all the answers inside. So Now, that being said, I am going to shuffle these Power of Surrender cards because I just think it's going to be, I just looked at all my cards and I said, you know what? I think it's just time. Sometimes we just need to surrender. And it's the power. I never really thought of it before, but it's the power of surrender, right? We're surrendering, and that's so incredibly, that can be so incredibly powerful to just surrender. So let me shuffle the cards. Think about something that you might be interested in. Let's see what messages we all get for these Power of Surrender cards. I'm actually going to do, well, I was going to do 4 cards. I'm going to do 4 cards. All right, because the one on the bottom of the deck also spoke to me. So this is 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about which card resonates with you. You know what? It doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever message you get, I think, you know, it's going to be wonderful. So if you picked card 1, surrender your desire to control people. Being overly controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Card 1. If you picked card 2, you got surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Yes, that's card 2, surrender to worry. Just breathe it out, right? If you picked card 3, surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. I love that. I just wanted to say too, surrendering unhealthy relationships, you know what, put the vibration out there of the person you want to attract and attract that person. Some of us, and I know I did this for a long time, I tried to be with people that really just weren't interested in being with me. And that's okay, because you know what? I found other people to be with that are more in line with my vibration. And it's really just a lot more fun to be with people like that for me, okay? If you picked card 4, you got surrender stress. This was the bottom of the deck card. So 4 is surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. That even felt good just doing that. So surrendering stress. All right, my friends, as you know, on Mondays, I do my quick pick a card shorts. Tuesdays are my super duper girl shorts. Wednesdays are my weekly tarot astrology readings, which every sign would be in the description. I have everything timestamped. Today is our weekly energy reading. Tomorrow will be our weekend energy reading. And you know what? Please hit that little bell and get notifications. And when I'm on YouTube live with somebody else usually running the show, I thank all my people that all the people that I collaborate with. I appreciate that they host the shows and have me on, and I really do appreciate that. That being said, I want to wish all of you a beautiful, wonderful, loving day. Namaste.